welcome back to another episode of the Southern Spoil Channel. I'm Carson Hoagland, your host, and today we have Melissa Walsh to talk about fall fashion, because if you don't know, she is a fashion influencer on Instagram with around 10.8 thousand followers. So she's here today to talk about her fashion. So,
hey.
Welcome. So what are your favorite fall traditions?
So fall wasn't a big thing for me growing up. I feel like Halloween kind of was, and I was just watching this thing where people talked about the difference between the decorations, and some people are pro fall, pro Halloween. I'm kind of in the middle. I would say that since I've been married, our neighborhood goes all out for trick-or-treating.
Okay.
So that's been my favorite of that day. We get our little fire pit out in the front. My husband will put a movie on the garage door. All the kids come by. It is very fun. I feel like we have over 500 trick-or-treaters that come by.
Oh my gosh.
So that's kind of been our fall thing. But as soon as Halloween is over, I'm straight into Christmas.
Okay, you're just like me.
Yeah.
As soon as November 1 hits, I'm Christmas all the way. But so tell us what fashion trends are you seeing the most this year when it comes to fall?
So I know that New York Fashion Week kind of just ended,
Uh-huh.
and I'm a terrible influencer because I don't follow it that much. But a couple of things that I'm really excited about. One is jewel tones.
Okay.
So I know that summer and spring are all about the bright colors, and lately it seems like fall and winter have been all about the neutrals.
Right.
As you can see what we're
Yeah.
wearing. But I feel like a lot of the rust colors, the dark blue, dark purple, and even kind of the darker pink colors are making their way into it. And I'm a pink girl at heart, so
Of course.
that makes me happy.
Yeah.
And then I would say another big one are the loafers.
Okay.
So I have seen a ton of styles that have incorporated them. Everyone from the cropped jeans to the trouser pant. It's just, I think, the fall and winter version of the white sneaker trend that we saw with dresses and stuff. And then I think the third one that's really been on my radar are slip skirts and slip dresses.
Okay.
So the midi and the maxi dress, I think, really kind of picked up this last spring, and I think that length is going to continue, but I think you're going to see it more in the slip silk style. I've seen a lot of people style them with a very structured top or a chunky sweater, and it adds kind of that feminine touch to it. Those are the three that I'm very excited about. I think there are other trends that are trying to sneak their way in. I haven't decided if I'm on the boat yet for those.
What would you say is your, if you had to give a tip to someone who's new to fashion and trying to stay trendy this fall, what advice would you give them?
So, as I have gotten older, I have really tried to invest in pieces and not try to be too trendy.
Okay.
I think that super trendy stuff goes out really quickly. So you don't want to please do not buy a very expensive pair of clogs. Please do not.
Yeah.
They're not a good investment. But I would say to try to pick 2 or 3 of the trends. Don't try to do all of them because they're all not going to survive. And then incorporate one in each outfit.
Okay.
So if you're going to do a loafer, do that and something else. If you're going to do a jewel tone, do that and something else. Also, Pinterest is such a good resource. Honestly, when I'm looking for outfit advice or fashion advice, I go to Pinterest over Google.
Okay.
And so I'll take a fall trend and type in slip skirt outfit, and then that gives me so much inspiration. This morning I typed in black blazer and loafer outfit, and I was trying to figure out what color t-shirt to wear.
Well, you definitely nailed it.
Thank you.
So what cost-saving tips would you give people that are wanting to try out these new trends? Some of them are a lot more expensive than others. How would you tell them to cut down on costs?
So I actually just saw a reel about this, and she said, my account is not a minimalist account, it's a maximum account. Do not follow me for if you're trying to save money. And I think that if you want to be on trend but not spend a ton of money, I think Amazon and Target, like those places are great places to start. You can find so many cute pairs of like loafers. I know Target has this really cute pair of white loafers right now that look just like the Gucci ones that you could invest in, that if you don't love them after a little bit, you can trade it. I think that Poshmark is a really good place to shop. So if you are really wanting this one item that like the retail is very expensive, you can try to find it on Poshmark for a little bit cheaper. And I think that you try to shop around sales. I feel like I get emails all day long about it.
Right.
But the big ones coming up are, of course, you have Black Friday. I feel like there'll probably be a sales push before that. But if you're looking for something very specific that is a little pricier, I would try to hold off and wait until it gets some of those sales points.
What advice would you give? Because I know like this hybrid time, especially in East Tennessee, when we go from like 60 degrees to 90 degrees,
Yeah.
how would you say to balance like the fall and then like summer temperatures back to back?
I think it's hard. Like, I don't really have fashion rules per se. I do have personal guidelines. It's very hard for me to wear a boot or bootie and then go back to a wedge.
Right.
So I try to like hold out on the footwear as long as possible. I think layers are always a good option. This morning I went to work, it was 40 degrees this morning, and now it's like 80 degrees right now. I think blazers are a really good go-to for a work environment or school environment where you want to look more professional or look on trend, but then also have that layering piece if you're out and about when it gets warmer. I just feel like I have no shame. Like if I was out today with just my t-shirt on and loafers when it was super hot, and but then you got to be able to have something when you get inside.
Right. All right. Well, thank you so much for coming on today. It's been great having you on my channel. Make sure you go check out Melissa Walsh. Her Instagram is Melrose67, and